Let me tell you something. You don't even know what I'm about to say. The night that I knew I wanted to do comedy full time, you were there DJing. You and I had never met. I was about 8 years into comedy. Garrett called me to do his cousin's event, and I went. I got there and it was a room full of ladies. They was ready to party and you were the DJ. I think they flew you in from Texas. Am I right?
Yeah.
And it was your event, right?
Dana.
And I knew that night, I always tell you this, I knew that night I wanted to do comedy full time.
Wow. We love you.
I knew that night. The way they screamed, y'all gotta understand, I'm just a little old me from Paterson, New Jersey. I struggled academically. I was on my job 27 years, raising my kids. I went through a lot. If you know my story, you know my background. I said, Lord, I need you to do it for me. And God said, you don't get to tell me when.
Wow.
You don't get to tell me when. So comedy for me is cute to make y'all laugh. It is. I love what I do. I've done funerals. I've done bar mitzvahs. I did a wake. You know, and I was obedient when I did that wake too, because I didn't want to do the wake. But when my cousin had left me a check before he died, honey, I was up there just well, y'all don't go to wakes to mourn anyway. Y'all go there to be nosy and see who's still with who. Y'all don't go there and look at nobody. The casket be closed. Y'all in there be minding other people's business. She's still with him. You know he was an alcoholic. So for me, comedy is about the opportunity that God gave me to follow my dream. It's about taking a girl from Paterson that always wanted to be in hip-hop. See, I grew up when hip-hop was popping.
Yeah.
I grew up 2 years ago. A friend of mine asked me to say your MC rhyme, so I said the rhyme that I'm about to say. The rhyme was definite. I took a test to become an MC. Look, we never know all the words. See, but I grew up in Paterson when a diva was one of the top stars out of Paterson, New Jersey. Respect me, and just a little bit, just a little bit. And Sybil, with my cousin's cousin, Sybil, and King's son. Y'all don't remember, hey love, you're the girl that I adore. Yeah, so I grew up in that era where I knew I wanted to be on stage, but I didn't know how God was gonna do it. How many have a dream and you like, I want to do something, but I don't know how it's going to be done? Yeah. But then one day out the blue, I was in the bathroom. I'm going to tell you my testimony really quick. I was in the bathroom and I was crying. Things was going crazy. I'm like, Lord, show me why you created me, because I'm feeling lost right now. In that minute, somebody called me and said, I'm doing a comedy show and I want you to be on this comedy show. I said, to stand on stage and tell people my business, I'll pass. But God just kept resonating in my spirit, and God wouldn't allow me to let it go. I didn't know any comedians. I didn't know anybody that could bring me on tour. I didn't know anybody I could call and say, put me on the show. My daughter found an open mic in Bloomfield, New Jersey. And I'm sharing this because anything that you're supposed to do, there's gonna be evidence in you doing it. God is always gonna make a way. My daughter found an open mic in Bloomfield, New Jersey, a place called Pianos. And I went there one Wednesday night, and I had never did comedy, never really even thought about comedy, but it was just on my spirit. And when I walked in, it was two sisters at the bar. 15 years ago, it was two sisters at the bar. You need me? You need me, Mayor Garrett? Okay, y'all give it up for the mayor. I still call him the mayor. I got a story about him too, but I'm gonna hold on to that. Cause he kept his promise, and I love rocking with people that keeps their word. I love that. Loyalty is everything. You know, we gotta know when to hold on, and we gotta know when to let people go. This was a good hold on opportunity for me. So I went to Bloomfield to this open mic, and I walked in, there was two sisters in the back. God even planted those two women in the back for me. Wow. And I walked up to the women, I said, listen, I'm gonna do comedy for the first time in my life, and I'm so nervous. And the women said, well, we was getting ready to leave, but we gonna stay for you. So they stayed, they brought me a Long Island iced tea. Hello. Actually, nobody makes Long Island like the underdog. What's that place in Jersey City? The Dog House. Oh yeah, you got to call an Uber when you drink one from there. I put my name on the list to do open mic, and it was a long list, and I think I was like number 20. And I'm watching the comedians go up, and I'm like, the iced tea was dropping in my spirit. It was giving me courage. I was like, I could do this. Then they brought me another one. They brought me one, then they brought me another one. By the second one, I was like, come on, let's get this party started. And I went up there and I did comedy for the first time. And I drove home in tears because I knew that night my life had changed. I knew it. And I knew it was gonna come with a big sacrifice because my kids were at an age where they really needed me. And I'm not gonna cry at this part, but I said a prayer that night. Matter of fact, I wrote it and I said, God, I'm gonna pursue my dream, but I need you to watch out for my children. I need you to cover them. And God did just that. Sometimes the covering don't look like we think it look like. The covering looks different for different people. To you, the covering may be, and I have friends whose sons were going to college, going to the prom, getting their first car, first girlfriend, getting married. And I said, God, how do you expect me to make people laugh under these type of conditions as a mother? And God taught me how to let it go. And Chanel, you helped me with this. My girl Chanel's in the building. You helped me with this. What's that thing you used to tell me? That you gotta be connected but disconnected. What is it? Connected to everything but attached to nothing.
All right.
But God is the God of magic. I call him the magic man.
Yes.
He will take nothing and make it into something.
Yes.
And I'm gonna tell you something. That's why we're here today. Because God took little old me, put me with a team, and said, we're ready for you and the time is now. So thank you, XMG, for believing in me, trusting me. There was a company that wanted to do something similar at a radio station and I turned it down a couple of months prior to this. We gotta learn to say no. Because this, and I always wanted to be on radio. I mean, they had everything set up and everything, but I had to plan everything and I was like, God, I need help. I need help. I've been carrying these bags by myself. I've been promoting, I've been struggling, I've been putting shows together. Send me a team. And this is before I knew, we have been working together for years, but this is before I knew what you guys were brewing up. I was praying, send me a team. The other team that wanted me to work with them, they wanted me to plan everything and get the team and build the team and get sponsors. And I was like, I'm gonna turn this down because God has something better for me. And I'm gonna be honest, when you're used to working in survival mode, that was hard to turn something that you've always dreamt about to say there's something better. And when I walked into the backyard today and they did all of this, all I have to do is walk on stage and accept my calling. And this have nothing to do, and that's the thing about favor. I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna pass the mic. The thing about favor is that you can't convince God that you deserve it. Your past don't matter. Sometimes we be telling people, I've been through all this, I deserve it. Favor ain't fair. And I'm here for it. I want all the smoke. So thank y'all so much for coming out. I love each and every one of you. Give it up for my comedians that came through for me. Glenn, Monty. I'm very intentional about who I have on my team. I'm very intentional because someone was intentional with me, as you can see. This wasn't just thrown together. This is something planned. We have meetings. This is something that, you know, and I want to be that for someone. I want to be what people are to me. I want to be that for someone. So we just need your support. We can't do this by ourselves. Jersey showed out when we was at the Stress Factory. I sold out the Stress Factory. I don't know if y'all was there, but there's not a lot of black women that sell out major comedy clubs like that. So when they gave me the opportunity to have my own show, and my girl Star, she's a promoter, my girl Star in the back, she texts me and she says, there's no seats available in this comedy club. I said, you gotta be kidding me. They told me it was like 100 and some tickets. So she said, there's no seats. People are still waiting to get in.
All right.
So I say all that to say, the time is now. It's either now or never. Thank you, Monique Latise.
I've been following Monique for many years. Don't sit on that chair. Because that's your chair over there, boo.
All right.
We don't sit on this. This the queen chair over here. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna sit on that chair. We gonna have a talk. We gonna have a conversation. But I've been following Monique for a long time, and I've always felt like, why isn't she headlining all the time? Because y'all saw how funny she is. Like the girl is funny, and I was like, why isn't she the headliner? And I've seen her at shows with other people that were not nearly as funny as her, and they were the headline. And I'm like, I don't understand. But like she said, when God's timing shows up, it is your time, and we can't go ahead of him.
That's right.
And when people don't want you to headline, it's not because you're not the greatest. It's because they're intimidated. Yeah. She just has intimidated a lot of male comedians, and she may not know this. They're intimidated. It's not because she's not great. When women don't invite us in the room as other black women, it's not because we're not great. It's because they're intimidated. Amen. But we have to know that. We have to know our greatness. And we have to be willing to give a no to get the right yes. Yeah. Because the wrong yes will set you back many years. So I'm going to do this real quick. I'm going to put my phone down. Hold this mic for me.
Come on, Nanny.
Oh my gosh. This is crazy.
Oh, yes.
We're going to give a little tribute to the one who started this, all right? This was a W, and we're going to give a little tribute to Wendy Williams, because every woman that's sitting on a couch, from Jennifer Hudson to Tamron Hall to Sherry Shepherd, they have not given this woman her props. But we got a Jersey girl in the building with a pink chair. We ain't trying to replace Wendy, but it's something about a Jersey girl that got that je ne sais quoi. There was something about Wendy that they hated so much. All of these talk show hosts is doing the same thing that Wendy did. They gossiping, they talking about celebrities. Only thing Wendy did was Wendy had her facts straight. And Monique always got her facts straight. We wanted at X&G Media to pass the mic from Wendy as homage. Everybody trying to take her place. There ain't no taking nobody's place, and that's why we love Monique Latise. Because she is authentic. She is always herself. She don't give a damn about what nobody think. She shares her truth. She speaks in love. She uplifts, encourages, and brings people along. And this is what we have to do for each other. We can't crush Wendy and wish death on her, and that's what she get, and this and that. No. We have to say thank you, Wendy, for making space for Miss Monique Latise. So we want to officially, from X&G Media Group, welcome you to Comic Life, starring Monique Latise. The Robin Williams and the Monique Latises are going through the dark times. What do you do, and who do you go to, and what should we look out for when that smile is not on your face?
That's a good question, because most comedians suffer from depression. Most of us really have a lot of issues. A lot of comedians can't even afford insurance. They don't have health care. When I left my job, I was taking a big risk with my health, being an older woman, and my mental well-being. And I'm gonna be honest, how I handle depression, I allow myself to feel what I'm feeling. I don't try to camouflage it, I don't try to hide it. That's number one. I'm mindful around who occupies my space. I can't date everybody, because a lot of people are attracted to good energy.
Yes.
And I've been blessed with good energy. And a lot of people are attracted to that. They want to sleep with it. But we got to protect our goods. So who I let inside of me It's very important. I protect that. That's number 2. Number 3, I stand on business when it comes to God. I'm not perfect, but I'm a prayer warrior. I get up in the middle of the night and curse the devil out my house. And I just make sure that I'm honest about. I check in with myself. I said, how you feeling today, for real, for real? Nobody has to know. Because for me, my whole life, I didn't want nobody to know. But if you can't be honest with yourself, you can't be honest with no one. So I say every day, Monique, how do you feel today? And I had a week last week, and I just was not feeling good. I was not in the mood. And I said, it's okay, it's fine. You know, next week could be better. And then sometimes you gotta look at God's track record for you. He's got me through it before, and he'll do it again. So that's how I get through it.
So going from corporate to comedy, and we all know at the end of the week, we like that check. How do you manage the downtimes when that, because if you don't know, being an entrepreneur and being a full-time comedian, there's not always work. So how do you manage those downtimes?
First of all, the summers are so slow for comedy. Like, everybody's at Great Adventure Group, so nobody's booked in the summer. Okay, so it's, you know, being an entrepreneur is not for the weak. There's discipline that must happen that you learn from corporate, right? Getting up on time, you know, taking a lunch. These things sound small, but if you don't get out your bed, you ain't getting no money. And you gotta take a lunch break. So I forced myself to take a lunch break. I forced myself to get up out the house. I forced myself to have sunlight in the house, because the sunlight gives you energy, because when you entrepreneur, a lot of times you don't go out, you're working from home, but you gotta open up those curtains. So, you know, financially, I took a big loss when I stepped out on my dream and pursued comedy. And sometimes I think I'm crazy because I'm a grandmother now, you know, and I'm like, I want to do more for my grandkids. But I just believe in what I'm doing. I just believe in what I'm doing. And guess what? My grandmother used to tell me when I was little, she said, even when you are not happy about where you are, you can get excited about what God is going to do. That keeps you in good spirit. Because it's not waiting. Waiting can be painful. Waiting for a husband, waiting for a job, waiting for your kids to get off drugs, waiting for your kids to go to college. Waiting can be painful, but it's how you wait. I don't want to wait and be angry, and then when he do bless me, now I gotta backtrack. I want to be joyous, like I was expecting God to bless me. God says you can expect me to do a great thing. I'm not gonna preach. Go ahead, next question.
Better preach, because I'm about to get up and shout.
Let me take a sip of this drink.
Please.
Put your drinks in the air.
Okay, God knows. Jesus knows.
This is a celebration, y'all.
Yes.
Don't be over there judging me. We having a celebration.
So let's talk about being looked over.
Girl, where you get these questions from?
Come on, baby. Come on, let's talk about being looked over and how that makes you feel and how you overcome it.
I don't like it. I'm a Leo. I was a queen when I was born. Leo women think that we are queens. We come out the vagina with a crown. And I'm an only child too. You gonna overlook me? You got me messed up. It's very humbling though. I don't like it, and that's why I opened up my own comedy club. Because I didn't want to wait for nobody to give me an opportunity. I wanted to create my own opportunities. And that's what I've been doing my whole career, is just creating my own opportunities. I ain't gonna tell you the load has not been heavy. The load is heavy. But, you know, so there's times that I went for things and I didn't get it because I was a woman. I didn't get it because I was black. I didn't get it because I was loud. But again, I can rest assured that what God has for me is gonna be perfect. So it's just, the older you get, you know, I'm 52, so I'm not a kid. I've been there and done that, you know, and I know that God is gonna finish what he started. So at this point, being overlooked is a blessing. I used to think when men blocked you or blocking people, it was a bad thing. Sometimes being blocked is a blessing. Right? And you ever had to block somebody and it wasn't for that person, it was for you? That's just like, you know, waiting on God. It's like, I trust you. So that's where I am.
I love it. Talk about the difference of being women in comedy.
Ooh, child. Being a woman in comedy, being a woman with a big old butt, everybody think that you know, they could say all kind of negative things and you know, yeah, it's rough being a built woman in comedy. I'm gonna keep it 100. Because I don't care if I have on a sweatsuit, I'm still shaped like this.
Yes.
And people, you know, I've gone to shows and, you know, people said different things. But see, here's the thing. I've never really allowed people to play in my face. I just never been that kind of person. And I just stand 10 toes down when it comes to comedy. Because people respect you. You know, that people respect you when you stand up for what you believe in. So, you know, even though I'm, you know, people think that women are funny. People say all the time, women are funny. And I just feel like it's my job to prove people wrong. That's just my job. God called me to do it. So that's why I'm here.
I want to know, I love to ask people this question. I just want to know about your upbringing. What was your relationship like with your mother and your father?
Okay, good question. Thank you. That's a good question. My mother was very young when she had me. She was a teenager. She was 15. When she got pregnant with me, she had me at 16. My father was 17. And they did teenager things. So I saw a lot. I heard a lot. You know, I was in the middle of a lot. I was the only child. You know, my father, you know, he wasn't a part of my upbringing. I struggled in school academically. Really, really struggled. But I had a grandmother that loved me. And she treated me like I was a straight A student. She treated me like I had a mother and a father. She never cut any corners with me. So sometimes it's not, you know, people say, you know, you didn't get love from here, but you got to look at where he did give you love from. My grandmother was a praying grandmother. She taught me how to pray. She taught me how to have a good time. She taught me how to smile. So that she showed me. And you know, now my mother and I can talk about these things. You know, she's older, I'm older. And I understand now, because now I'm a mother and a grandmother. She was a teenager when she had me. So that should be self-explanatory, but God is good. I'm here to tell my mother I still love her, I honor her, and I'm thankful for her. And even my father moved to Hawaii a couple of years ago, and I was with him for the first time in my life. At 52 years old, at 50 years old, we went on our first date, my father and I. And so I tell everyone to just hang in there. God is not through with us yet.
Right.
Right. Wow. See, this is what the Comic Life show is going to be all about.
Yeah.
Like, there's a story behind each and every comedian that's out here. We're so busy laughing that we miss the fact that Monique Latise is a real person. Like, she's had a real life. What's one thing you want people to know about you that they don't know?
Oh, that's a good question. What's one thing that I want people to know? That I'm an empath. I feel what you feel. And a lot of times I can't be around certain people, not because I don't want to, because sometimes it's too heavy for me. So, and that has caused a lot of problems in my life. Because there's times I should have showed up for people and I didn't. And because it was going to weigh me down more than the situation was weighing that person down. So that's like the biggest thing I think about me is that I'm a big empath, and that can be a positive. I think it makes me a great comedian, because when I'm dealing with a crowd, I can feel the crowd. I know what the crowd needs. I can lock in with my audience, and that's good. But then on the flip side is that I don't always show up when people expect me to show up.
Friends, she not showing up because she don't love y'all.
Yeah, I can't go with you to the mall every day. I'm not that kind of friend. I can't. Don't call me to go shopping. I can't. If I see you once every couple of months, we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna eat some wings, drink some Long Island iced teas. Am I by myself? Am I the only one that don't need to see their girlfriends every week? Oh, okay, don't leave me by myself. Okay.
So this is your season, ma'am. This is the next chapter. Doors are opening.
Amen.
Radio show, talk show,
I'm on tonight.
tour. Yes, you are on tonight. So just talk a little bit about this next chapter for you.
So this next chapter. So let me just share this with you guys. Last year, I had to make a decision whether I was going to go back to work or continue pursuing comedy, right? And I said, you know what? I'm going to give comedy one more try. And because I needed it to sustain my life. So I came up with a tour called the Now or Never Tour. Anybody ever heard me promote that, the Now or Never Tour? You heard me, the Now or Never Tour? So the Now or Never Tour is basically a tour showing me as the headliner, getting spaces and selling the spaces out, and introducing myself as a headliner. And I picked 3 places. I picked upstate New York, Philly, Brooklyn, where else was it? Philly, Brooklyn, and Jersey, right? But Jersey didn't come until last. I had to cancel 2 of the shows because I didn't have a fan base as strong enough to continue with the show. But the 3 shows that I did in Delaware, New York, and upstate New York, they all sold out. And that gave me the inspiration to keep going, to don't stop. Even though you've been overlooked, you know, God has placed a seat for you at the table. So the Now or Never Tour is part of everything that's unfolding now. I kind of manifest this. This is all manifestation. I said this year is going to be my best year. You know, I was on a Kelly Clarkson show earlier this year. Did anybody see that? I was the commercial breaker. Yep. I did, what else did I do this year? I had 3 sold out shows at the Stress Factory. And for years I was begging people, can you put my name on the bulletin? Could you help me promote? Well, the show that I did at the Stress Factory, they had me on the bulletin on the Parkway. So, you know, I'm just, you know, I don't want to brag, but then I do want to brag. Like, God has just been opening up doors for me. And see, I'm the type of person that the doors he opened for me, I share them not because I'm bragging or want to post about it, because I want other people to know that God can do the same for you. You gotta believe. I can't believe for you. Nobody can convince me that I was good enough. I had to believe it. And once I started believing it, then my team came. Come on.
Right. Yes, that worked. Amen.
Oh, that's it.
Tell them about the radio.
Oh, yes. What time is it? Because I got to run in the corner. Okay, I'm good. 8:04? Okay. So, I am on New York radio, 90.3 FM radio in Harlem, the heart of Harlem. The show is called In the Mix with Rob O. So if it's not in Jersey, but it's a New York radio station. And when I was planning look how God works. When I was planning my Now or Never tour, I had to cancel one of my New York shows because I didn't have the fan base there. The tickets weren't selling. And then a couple of months later, I meet a DJ from New York that said, I have space for you on my radio station. It's a real radio station, like Hot 97, WBLS. It's called In the Mix with DJ Rob O. He said, I'll give you a 15-minute segment every Saturday night. So you'll see me running out to a corner and jumping on the radio. So if you have family in New York, tell them to listen out for Monique Latise on the radio, 90.3 FM.
Yes, and now you have Comic Life.
Comic Life. And also, let me explain this to you, because I feel like I'm everything Comic Life. Like I've practically lived my whole comic life out in the front. I want people to see when I got booed at the Apollo. I came in 3rd place the first round, amateur night. 2nd round, I got booed in front of my whole family. I got booed so bad at the Apollo that the Sandman didn't even want to come out. The Sandman was on the side of the stage like, they booing you, get off the stage. But guess what? I'm still here. I'm still here. So one thing I do know about me, I have taken lickings. Every jail call, every prison visit, every no. When my son went to prison, my job tried to fire me because I was crying every day and I couldn't get myself together. And they didn't know what was wrong with me. I was one of the head underwriters at the credit union. And they saw me at my desk and my head was slumped over for months because I was going in and out of criminal court with my only son. And my job called me up to HR one day and they was like, you know, we got some information. We want to let you go. And I said, well, back the information up, and I walk out, and they couldn't back it up. And God said, it's not time for you to let it go. So even when they call you up to HR, they still got to prove why they're doing it. Don't just let people give you any old kind of thing. Ladies, don't let these men give you crumbs. Y'all know what crumbs is? Y'all know what love bombing is? Let him show you evidence that he loves you. We got to start asking people for more evidence. You want me to go? Give me evidence. So I hung in there until it was time. And once God said it was time, once he released me, and it's not easy. Even when he released you, it's still not easy. But there's evidence. The fruit.
Yes, that's right.
The fruit. What kind of fruit are you bearing? If you planted seeds, what kind of fruits is growing? So I love the fruit. You guys are the fruit of my life. You guys are the reason that I'm here. If you weren't here, I wouldn't be here. He would have had to cancel the show. Nobody reserved the seat, so we're gonna cancel. But you guys are here, so this is. Go ahead.
Yes.
I might need me another drink.
And listen, I just want you to. They said, "What you want?" I just want you to give just
A Long Island.
a Long Island. Oh, Lord.
They making Long Islands over there?
Oh.
Okay, all right, let's go. Let's get it.
Get lit out here. Don't nobody go nowhere because it might be an after-hour show tonight.
The word that I will have for you today is trust the process. Sometimes it looks bad on paper. Sometimes the story is a mess. But God is going to finish what he started. And you have to believe that. He's going to finish what he started. So the seeds that you've planted, and I don't know the seeds that you planted. If you planted messy seeds, you're going to get some messy fruit.
Okay.
But when you plant good seeds that grow, seeds that help the community, seeds that's honest, it has to give it back to you.
Yes.
You have to get it back. It's a must. So if you're doing it, if you're in a season where you don't know if you should keep going or stop, just make sure that there's evidence. And the rest, is life is short. We're getting older. I'm 52 years old. Life is short. And I want to live. I want to live. I want to get up every day and live. So I would encourage all of you to live. Live, laugh, and love. The Bible talks about laughter. Ecclesiastes 3:7 to be exact. There's a time to cry. There's a time to mourn. There's a time to celebrate, which we're doing today. But the most beautiful part is there's a time to laugh. So even through the hard times, even through the difficult times, even through the times that you're not really sure, laugh. Laughter makes, sometimes I'll be in the house cracking up. I'll be doing my little TikTok videos. You can't tell me, listen, I crack up. Because if you can't take care of you, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna keep this as clean as possible. Where my grown women at? Where my grown women? Okay, I want y'all to read between the lines. We can't expect somebody else to take care of us. We gotta make ourselves feel good.
Ooh.
That's your body. You gotta know what you like and what you don't like.
Ooh.
You can't allow people to just bring you any old thing. Nah, I don't like that. Keep that. Because I know what makes me feel good.
So can we give it up for Miss Monique Latise?
Thank you. Thank you.
Latise, this is a big time in her life, and we need your support.
Thank you.
I just had to say something. No, really, Monique and I go back many, many, many years, and she's just a hard-working, beautiful person. And although I've seen her grow and her stardom grow, she has not changed at all. So is well deserving of what's getting ready to happen to her and all the work we're going to put into this. So I really hope that you all will support her because she's genuine and she's going to be good at what she does. So if you miss it in the beginning, you're going to really miss it. God bless you, Monique. You deserve it. And we're behind you 200%. You're going to be a star.